She wasn't ready. Yo, she wasn't ready.
I don't want the BBL anymore. I don't want it. 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 I'm sitting here. I'm filling out this form that was given to me. Look, look. Guys, the video is not doing it justice. Oh my God. She's coming again. Let's see. No, 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 no. I don't want that. That's not what I want. What? She works here. Maybe I should go home. I don't know. I don't want that. No. What did I get myself into? Oh my God. What's it calling it?
What's happening with the BBLs?
It's been touted as the most dangerous cosmetic surgery because there was a study many years ago that found a 1 in 3,000 mortality rate from this operation. The key with the Brazilian butt lift, though, is doctors were injecting fat into the muscle of the buttock. And the reason why they did that is because whenever you inject fat, the fat needs to get blood supply for it to heal into its new location. And so what has a lot of blood supply are muscles. And so the idea is like, well, then I'll just inject fat into these muscles. The fat will stay, the muscles will look bigger, and now you've got a much nicer looking butt. The problem with the butt is that the butt also has some of the largest blood vessels in the body. And so if you inject fat into these muscles, the fat can enter the bloodstream. That fat, if it gets into your bloodstream, it can go to your heart and lungs, and you can die almost instantly. That is a death of BBL.
So a lot of you have sent this video to me, tagged me in it, hundreds of DMs. Do I think this is a BBL? Is this a filter? Can you achieve this body naturally by training in the gym and eating? Firstly, I am just giving my best estimate from 12, 13 years of experience training women, getting women into the best shape of their life and doing it all naturally, properly, that's sustainable. I'll make it real quick for you. This is either a filter or a BBL, but I think it could be both. The reason why this woman is not letting her arms go near her waist is most filters that aren't super advanced, they will make the fingers and the arms warp. So a lot of girls will do this with their hands or hold their phone and selfie. They'll film it and then put it on the editing apps and make their waist smaller, because if their hands aren't down here, it doesn't look, you can't really see the fingers lengthening out. If you've seen my other videos, you'll know what I mean. I try to talk about it all the time. It's the easiest way to see if someone's using a filter. I think this is a filter. And this could be a BBL as well. Having a waist to glute ratio like this is very, very rare. And just straight out, I think this is not natural. And I don't think it's achievable by most people. You might find that there is like 1 in a million. And even though you see them online every day, the natural girls that look closer to this, you think it's normal, but it's not. We are seeing the 1 in a million that's coming up on your explore page or your feed. Whoever is the most popular people that get the most views, the most likes, and sometimes make the most money are genetic freaks, like anomalies. Now, do not compare yourself to these people. 1, they're mostly using filters, surgery, lying to you. 2, if they look like that naturally, even if they train, they probably have much superior genetics than most people. That's just simply facts. Now, I would suggest that you just look at yourself in the mirror in a bikini or naked or whatever you come to it with and say, could I improve my shape, and am I happy with my shape, and do I love myself the way I am? Now, even for those people that are bigger or curvier or skinnier that could be healthier and they love the way they look, second question is, am I going to have a long, healthy life, and would my future kids or future husband or friends think that this is a healthy long-term shape? What I mean by this is you don't just want to look good, you also want to live long and healthy and happy. And that comes to having hormones that are balanced, strong muscles, strong bones, good skin, a bit of cardio, and all those things come from hard work. You can't just buy them or press a button on an app to make your body look like that. You can, but you're not going to look like that in real life. Just remember not to compare yourself to the people you see online, because they probably don't even look like that. And if they do, they're 1 in a million genetics. And they're also showing their perfect angle from hundreds of photos or videos they've taken, and they've cropped it to the exact perfect angle where they look their best.
Today is March 15th. Today makes 4 years that my mom, my siblings, and I lost my little sister, who was only 22 years old. 4 years ago, my sister decided she wanted to go have surgery, have her body done. After giving birth to her little boy, she felt that having surgery was the answer for her to feel better about herself, even though she was so beautiful and she didn't need anything done to herself. So she went to a doctor in Matamoros, Mexico, and died at his hands. She died on the table while he was performing surgery on her. She went to have a BBL, and so many things went wrong. The reason we know is because we had an autopsy done on her body, and so many things were wrong. Not 1 or 2, but so many more things were wrong. He messed up tremendously on her, and it cost her her life. I still talk about this 4 years later because I want women to know that it's not worth it. I wish I would have been able to talk to my sister more about it, but she didn't tell me anything. She made that decision and she kept it from her sisters because she was convinced that it's what she needed, when in reality, that wasn't what she needed. People go and have surgery like this because they're seeking a happiness that they're not going to find. They're going to feel good about themselves for a moment, but they're not going to find that happiness, that genuine fulfillment that they're looking for, because only God can give that happiness and only God can give that fulfillment. But 4 years ago, we lost my baby sister, who was very healthy, 22 years old. She didn't need the surgery. She didn't need it at all. But she was convinced that it was what she needed. And I talk about it because it makes me upset that there's so many women that put it out there to try to convince other women that it's what they need as well. They put it out there like it's something so simple, but it's so dangerous. So many things can go wrong. And in my sister's case, everything went wrong and she lost her life. And there's so many other women who lose their life. And so many women who came forward and said that they had the surgery and they highly regret it because they have so many complications now and because they didn't stay the same. So if you're thinking about having surgery, don't do it. BBLs, fat transfers, all that stuff, it's not worth it. Don't do it. It's not worth it. The details about my sister's surgery are very, very disturbing. But I really think that women should be informed. So I made a video, my mother and I, because she was there. So if you want to see that video, go to my YouTube channel and watch it. It's a video that tells you everything that happens. And I want you to really think about it because it's not something that's worth it at all, especially if you have kids and family that you will leave behind.
This is one of the reasons why you have to be so careful if you're going to get a non-surgical BBL. I've said a lot on this app that I don't advocate for surgical BBLs. Well, what about non-surgical BBL? In non-surgical BBLs, you're injecting high volumes of filler, some hyaluronic acid based and some collagen promoting into your body. First issue is some people are using illegal and dodgy fillers just like this one. Second issue is injecting large volumes of foreign material like filler into somewhere like the bum can really be a breeding ground for infection. In the face, we use much smaller amounts, so it's way easier to control and dissolve. Lastly, the bum has a lot of blood vessels in it, so there is that theoretical risk of a vascular occlusion in your bum. So you could get dead tissue of the bum No one wants that. Non-surgical BBLs just are quite new, so the evidence isn't there to evaluate how safe it is. If you're going to do this, please go to someone who's really skilled and knows what they're doing and has been doing this for a while. In my opinion, cool sculpting or radio frequency is a much safer option. You may not get a massive, juicy bum, but you still can get quite good results of a nice, smooth bum, and we've got way less risk of infection and foreign material in our bum.
5 disadvantages of BBL, aka Brazilian butt lift. Number 1, they know they quick marry. I don't know why you don't notice people who do BBL, they know they like marry, or they know they quick stay for marriage. Like something they always happen. Even if them dey inside marriage, they can't do the BBL. They know they last. Why I feel so, BBL no be something where they keep for marriage. BBL is something that you can play with. You only have fun with BBL, you don't keep it. If you keep them, you go chop plenty money inside marriage. BBL is something you play with, not something you keep. If there are 10% or 100% of women that have BBL, 20 out of 10 are married. The rest just they single. Number 2, it can kill you. BBL fit buy you because during the procedure or during the surgery, they fit took injection for the wrong blood vessel or the wrong vein, which fit hold your heart or freeze your lungs, and you can die of it. Number 3 fact about BBL is BBL they smell. May nobody ever deceive you. If you be guy man, we don't really do we get BBL. You go no, say that in the boom. You can't keep it. It's something you just want to have fun, or people look at you because you work out with person will get BBL, but you know that you can't keep it. So that's normal. If you don't really deal with person will get them, my brother, it they smell. May nobody lie for you. Me, I know. Maybe them no say they boom, because you know say some people feel they smell, they no go no say they smell. Even if Cardi B with all her whole money or Offset talk say she they boom. Even Stefan Diggs talk the same thing. My brother, she they smell. The BBL stinks. And number 4 is BBL loses shape with time. If you have BBL, the doctors always tell you to work out more often, because if you grow fat or you gain weight any part of your body, your butt lift still gains weight too. And the more you gain weight in your body, the more it gains weight in your bum bum. So you need to work out more often so that it doesn't look oversized or overshaped. Now the 5th one is BBL they expire. BBL has expiring dates. If BBL no they expire, why do they keep going back to the hospital to get this one, to do this one, for always check up, to always check themselves? You can't just do it and go. BBL no be waiting they do, just go. You guys get money to the maintain them, and now maintenance now, if you no maintain them, you go expire. And so you have to have money to have BBL. You understand? If you get BBL, you guys get contact. They know they use BBL, go they find contact. Some girls be say they borrow money, go do BBL. If hustle pay, they go not they pay where they borrow money from. This one, BBL are like investment for girls, because now waiting they use attract men where get money. And the disadvantage of BBL expiring is when you grow older, it doesn't look good at all. Check any woman who don't do BBL, don't they grow old, she go come out, and because this your skin will start to be slack, you know go feel whole again. And as they talking your flesh, which one your flesh could get if you can't old. So please share this video to any of your friends that are feeling insecure, that want to go and do BBL. Stop them. We still like I'm natural. May nobody whine you. We still love you the way you are. Peace.
I was going through another hard time because I felt bad for getting my body done, because like I'm really close to my mom. I felt like I was kind of like taking away what my mom gave me, and I didn't look at it like that until after the surgery. And I remember that there was just a lot on me. There was just a lot. Me sharing it with everybody and having like, it felt like the whole world against me. And then seeing a big change in my body. Imagine you go under 4 hours of surgery and then you wake up not looking like yourself anymore. And then I had people just like telling me in the comments like, oh my God, you fucked yourself up. Oh my God, you ruined yourself. Oh my God, why would you do that? Just so much. And yeah, I sat there and I read like damn near every comment, and I just sat there and I just was like crying. And I wasn't like, when people were sitting there and commenting about my body, I was legit a day post-op.
Like, there's a rumor that like my boyfriend dumped me because my BBL stink. And it's just like, the way this be getting in, it can be. I don't know who made the rumors that BBL stink, but it's like, it doesn't fucking stink. Why? How would a BBL stink if you don't got no open wounds?
Do you talk about it with Stepan or no?
And no, we just be joking about it. Like, it's like, I heard you left me because my BBL stink.
When you guys see me in real life, you have got to stop asking me who did my BBL. It puts me in such an uncomfortable position when, you know, because I'm a girl's girl, I would never gatekeep. But it breaks my heart to have to tell some of you guys that it's like natural. And like, of course I would share my doctor with you if I could. I mean, like, look at you. But it puts me in such an uncomfortable position.
There's a woman on TikTok that is talking about how she had to have her BBL removed because it stunk. She said it smelled like raw flesh and that she said the smell was horrible. And so she made a 3-part series on getting her BBL removed because of the smell. And the crazy thing is that BBL smell is a real thing, or BBL wind. And so before she made this video, so many men has come out and say BBL stink, you guys. It's crazy. Like, you can look on TikTok why BBL smell, and that is a real thing. But she said she made a video today or yesterday saying like so many people was reporting her video, but her BBL really was stinking. Like, she was like, the BBL girls are mad. But TikTok did put her video back up. She is back being monetized off that video, and the sound is back available. She's like, they kept reporting that video. But I guess BBL wind or BBL smell really is a thing. She said it smells like raw flesh, like, ugh. But a lot of men, I'm telling you, you can go back years on TikTok. A lot of men says BBL smell.
Are BBLs safe? Let's talk about it. First of all, disclaimer, I'm Dr. Sanchez. I'm a plastic surgeon in training, and I have nothing against people getting cosmetic work done, but I think education is key. So in the literature, BBLs do have the highest mortality rate within the category of aesthetic procedures. BBLs generally consist of 2 things. So one is liposuction. So you're sucking out a bunch of fat with a big long cannula. And then the second part is injecting that fat, usually in the buttocks or gluteal region. Now, the reason that the mortality risk is higher than it is in a lot of other aesthetic operations is because of the risk of a fat embolism. This is when some fat inadvertently enters the bloodstream and potentially travels back into the lungs, blocks blood vessels, can cause respiratory failure, even cardiovascular collapse in really bad cases. Some studies cite that this happens 1 in every 15 to 20,000 cases. I've even seen some that say up to 1 in 3,000 cases. For surgeons that do this operation, there are some safeguards, some recommendations, depending on the state, depending on where you're located, depending on your qualifications, but generally, it's recommended to only inject in the subcu tissue plane and not inject intramuscularly or where all the blood vessels are, because that increases your chances of potentially getting fat into the blood vessels. Some people even use an ultrasound when they're injecting the fat to kind of add another safeguard. I would say, as someone who's training in plastic surgery, that across the US, it's not very well regulated how this procedure is actually being done, or even the credentials of the people who are doing this procedure. There are a lot of people who are board certified plastic surgeons that are doing this procedure, and then there are a lot of people who are not. Now, obviously, every single surgery is going to have risks, but I think it's important to look at those risks, look at the data, look at the chances of that happening, look at the credentials of who you're going to, and just take all that into consideration when you're getting something done.
S'il vous plaît, ne faites jamais cette opération de chirurgie esthétique. Donc c'est l'intervention de chirurgie esthétique qui est la plus risquée de toutes les procédures qui existent. Et malheureusement, c'est à la mode et il y a énormément de gens qui le font. Alors, on estime le risque de décès de cette intervention de 1 sur 3000, ce qui est quand même énorme, je ne sais pas si vous vous rendez compte. Il y a d'ailleurs une influenceuse très connue qui est décédée il n'y a pas très longtemps à cause de cette intervention, alors qu'elle avait déjà des fesses, voilà. En fait, cette intervention elle est très simple. Ils vont faire une liposuction, ils vont prendre de la graisse, notamment au niveau du ventre, et ils vont l'injecter au niveau des muscles, des fesses, pour faire grossir les fesses. Ça s'appelle un Brazilian Butt Lift, un BBL, que vous connaissez sûrement. Sauf que du coup, ça doit être injecté dans les muscles et il y a des vaisseaux à ce niveau-là. Et donc, si la graisse passe dans les vaisseaux, ça provoque ce qu'on appelle une embolie graisseuse et ça peut causer un arrêt cardiaque. Donc s'il vous plaît, ne faites pas cette intervention, c'est des risques inutiles. Vous êtes beau gosse comme vous l'êtes, ok?
Pourquoi les BBL puent le poisson pourri. Et non, c'est pas du tout une vanne. L'histoire commence avec une certaine Kai Montana, une tiktokeuse américaine. En fait, elle a fait un BBL dans une clinique à Miami, comme des milliers d'autres filles. Sauf que quelques semaines après, elle remarque une odeur étrange. Elle puait du cul. Et pas une petite odeur, ça sent. Un mélange de poisson pourri et de sueur. Son copain lui a dit qu'il n'en pouvait plus et que ça puait beaucoup trop. Au début, elle pense qu'il exagère. Mais rien n'y fait. Lessive, parfum, fébreze dans le sac à main, l'odeur revient toujours encore et encore. En réalité, son opération avait mal cicatrisé. En fait, les points d'injection ne se sont jamais refermés. Résultat, infection et tissu nécrosé. Tu devines bien que la chair qui pourrit, ça pue. Ça sent fort, très très fort. Il y a des meufs qui risquent leur vie, leur santé mentale, parce qu'elles sont matrixées par les réseaux sociaux. Non, tu n'as pas besoin d'avoir cette morphologie, ma belle. Tu es bien comme tu es. Quand tu fais un BBL, en plus, tu peux avoir un résultat bien, comme celui de Lato, ou un résultat à la Hymen S. On n'est jamais trop prudente, les filles. Alors aime-toi comme tu es. Va à la salle si tu veux des grosses fesses.